Hello everyone, and welcome back to King's Quest VIII, Mask of Eternity. So, first thing is that you might notice that my voice sounds a little bit different, and that is because I have a new mic. And I'm hoping that this is coming through clear, and sounds pretty good. I did a recording test earlier, so it should be fine. So anyway, now we are in the swamp. It's a very nice, swampy place. And right away we are introduced to our first enemy, which is called... I don't remember what they're called. So I'm gonna call them goddamn bats, because, well, if you know that reference, it'll make sense to you. These things are kind of annoying. And I don't like them. So the first thing that we'll notice, now that we have arrived at our new destination, is that the hammer, despite being an upgrade to the crossbow, kind of sucks because it's way slower. And so the very first thing on our itinerary today is to get the next ranged weapon, which is a bow and arrow, which you'd think wouldn't hit harder than a crossbow, but, you know, whatever. So the spider things, the goddamn bats, are going to be one of two main enemies that we're going to be seeing. It's kind of scattered throughout the swamp. And the other one is these guys. I don't remember what they're called either. They're not really much of a threat. And once we get the bow and arrow, they're going to be even less of a threat because we can basically gun them down from a distance. Yeah, I saw that coming. I think I'm going to knife you. Come back here. Get over here and die like a... If this is anything like my test run, a common theme we're going to see here is me getting hit in the back... Fuck! Hit in the back of the head by those spider things and swearing. Okay, so the other enemy we're going to run into here is this thing, the swamp bubble. Basically, you need to stay far away from these things because they will pull you under and do terrible things to you. And if you kill it, you will see a glimpse of a tentacle rising above the surface, and I will be classy and not make the obvious joke, because you are already making it in your head. Anyway, good thing about swamp bubbles is that you can hear them, so I will be keeping an eye out, and I will also try and remember. I've made a mental note of the order I want to go to each area of the map. The very first one is in the north east. I always mix up east and west. We can kill these small crickets. Oh. Fight's coming. God damn it. There's another bubble over there. Back off, back off. Of course, the goddamn bats will of course lure you into areas where the bubbles can get you. Funny thing is that the bubbles always appear as blue no matter what texture they appear on top of. So sometimes they can be kind of easy to spot. You'd think that they'd try and blend in a little bit more, but apparently the engine is not sophisticated enough to let them copy the color of the texture underneath them. So, the other enemy, there's a few, but that we'll run into. Most of them are stationary. We run into the spider things, the troll things, and evil plants. And these things are kind of a pain to take out because they are protected by these two tendrils that will protect them. And hold on. Get over here. Maybe I can even turn the camera towards you. And yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to get some good level ups from these. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use the bucket of water to save my healing items. And I'm trying to time it so that the tendrils die both about the same time, because otherwise they'll come back and you'll have to take them down again. So I want to take it out in kind of one go. And as we've seen so far, there are quite a lot of mushrooms around here. A lot of mushrooms. This is a very mushroom-heavy area. I guess that makes sense, being we're in a very swampy area and all. A swampy area called the swamp. And am I set to running? Yes, I am. We're not going to be doing a lot of running in this map because, as has been quite evident, we're going to be spending a pretty good chunk of this level hip deep in swamp water, so that's nice. And mowing through these evil trees might take a while because each of them does kind of have a mini-boss feel in and of himself. God. Luckily, these guys really only appear in this one area, and once we kind of take these out. I could not possibly miss out on the chance to show you what happens if you try to hit these guys with a ranged weapon. I just love that. Evil laughing trees. That's awesome. Okay. And I'm sure my constant running back and forth is going to get annoying after a while. Oh well. No, that didn't work. The whole jumping to cross faster distance is kind of an iffy proposition in the swamp, since you will the game will switch you between running and waiting kind of at random in some places. If you stay near the edges of the water, you can actually run for quite a bit of area, but a lot of the time you're pretty much stuck waiting. You can see it's kind of random. I get the idea. The green part, the mossy part, is kind of supposed to be... Whoops, wrong one. Felt like there was something wrong there. It's kind of supposed to be dry, but there's really no consistency at all. Yeah, there we go. Just in time. How many are left here? Just the 2, 3. Just the 3. 4. Just the 4. Jeez. There are way too goddamn many of these things. Of course, you do at least get a decent amount of experience from the hacking of these things. There is another enemy that is a fair bit more annoying, and just not fun to fight, and you'll see that in due time. I'm gonna go ahead and drink more water. Apparently the wounds of being lashed at by razor sharp, I'm assuming they're razor sharp, vines and bleeding all over the place, can be healed just by drinking from a bucket of water. Actually, I don't even see water in that bucket. Am I drinking invisible water? Am I drinking swamp water? Does the pipe go underneath the platform? I assume it must. I guess I am drinking swamp water. Why can't I just drink the water around me? There's lots of water. I don't know. Maybe it's got a purifier attached. Let's see now. Just 3 more. Just 3 monsters. I think that the entertainment value of fighting these things is kind of expended once you see them laugh at you. But, you know, we're almost done here. And we will get a truly worthy prize for having fought through this nest of, geez, what are these things? Treants or something? Ents? Hey, I can hit it while it's... Huh.
Unlucky fellow. Assuredly I shall fare better.
Nothing like stealing from dead people, huh, Connor? Oh well, guess they aren't using it. Hey, I'm just saying, if you get haunted by like a fuck ton of people, I mean, you can't say you didn't see it coming. Alrighty, so... next up on our list of destinations is... well, actually, now that I've gotten a very lovely bow, I should visit the tree in the middle of the map. I don't know if you can hear the clicking. It kind of got picked up when I was doing a thing earlier, but I think it might have gotten adjusted. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Did I save? I should save. I did get a crash when I did my test run before, so I'm really hoping that we managed to kind of squeak by without getting another crash, but I'm not keeping my hopes up. Last time I did get the crash, something in the process of stitching the 2 files together kind of clipped off the last bit of what I was saying, which is weird, because, I don't know. Oh well. I'm fully expecting it to crash. Anyway, let's test out our new bow and arrow. See, now this is just way faster and more efficient. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Jeez, that's kind of gory, isn't it? Where's the tree again? I think it's like, it's right over, it's over here, going the wrong way. See, I have a complete inability to remember much of anything. Wait, hold on. I see you there. Now that's more like it. Ooh, boy. You know, even for this game, that looks pretty cheap. They tried to make his face out of polygons. You should have just used a texture, guys.
Hail, Connor of Daventry.
Hold! How came you to know of me?
I am the Oracle of the Tree. I know all. I speak seldom.
Unlike
Why
me,
seldom?
I know little
My
and speak a lot.
prophecies are only for those deserving.
Tell me, O tree, am I deserving?
Thou art, but only for the gift of a gold piece.
Verily, a tree has no use for gold.
He is more noble that deserves than he that receives benefits.
All right, 'tis fair.
This is just a scam, isn't it? Alright.
1 gold coin, sir.
Where the mask once sat, now doth sit a pretender.
Gee, thanks. That's new information.
Deeds are fruits. Words are but leaves.
And you've got a lot of words. Alright.
Strength and righteousness grow stronger by being tried.
I never would have known this if I hadn't paid this tree.
Where the sinner cannot come, he shall send.
Deep? Okay. I actually haven't, I've only seen the first two, so I'm just gonna give him
He
coins so he
that
shuts up.
doeth evil abhorreth the light.
No shit, Sherlock.
He who coveted all hath now brought on sin.
Are each of these really worth one whole gold coin?
Thou shalt go. Thou shalt return. Never shalt thou perish.
Of course not, I'm the hero. I am getting free experience from this,
The
aren't
mask
I?
shall deliver victory unto the hand of the righteous.
Of course it will.
The father of demons and abominations before the altar stands.
Didn't you basically say that already?
He that would enter into a higher realm must have a good key.
Am I still getting experience from this?
The virtue of the golden ladle is within you. It shall purge the poison and restore the purity.
I can keep this going as long as you can, Tree. I've got, what, 805
That is
gold?
all, Connor of Daventry. I speak no more. That is all,
Whoops.
Connor of Daventry. I speak
My finger slipped.
no more.
Oh, well, at least you didn't take my coin. I figured he would, you know. Alright. I gotta say, the tree was a little short on grand insights. I should save. I don't want to have to listen to that all over again. Alright, so let's see. Next up, oh yeah, we can get right here the first ingredient for our spell of permanent might. So we should go do that. Give you a hint, it's going to involve pelting people with arrows. Let's keep an eye out. The swamp is really a place where you need to be really aware of your surroundings, because you're in a big open area where enemies can just, you know, wander over to you from any direction. And there's, I think we walked by this area and saw earlier that there's quite a lot of... Is there just one of these guys? Did I kill the other ones? Hold on, I need a clear shot. I need to like go into first person mode, but I can't remember how. See, now this is more like it. See, once you've gotten one enemy's attention, it's really not all that uncommon for another one to start walking towards you from a
Tis
different
beyond
angle.
my reach.
Yeah, jeez. And here we are.
Lo, a giant golden mushroom.
I didn't think that would actually work. Apparently you can arrow it off.
This is a slice of golden mushroom.
I guess I'm not sure what I was expecting. Did I listen to this?
I possess a bow and arrows.
Yeah, okay, it's not that interesting. I guess it's not quite as impressive sounding as the Hammer of Azrael, but apparently the legendary hammer belonging to the Lord of Death is not nearly as powerful as an ordinary bow and arrow. I feel like I just walked past a bubble, but I think I would have noticed. It makes you paranoid once you encounter the first couple. I mean, there's really not that many bubbles in the swamp, but there's just enough to kind of make you, you know, jump at every corner. Pretty much once you have the bow and arrow, it pretty much comes down to there's two types of enemies. types that can move and the types that you can't gun down from a distance. So you're kind of in a much safer place once you can pretty much arrow machine gun any enemy from far away. Not so much with the Hammer of Azra, which is why I pretty much made a beeline for the bow and arrow. It is a pain fighting plants. Basically, anything that's rooted into the ground, the game is just gonna go ahead and say, you know what, you can't just shoot at them from a distance. It's kind of cheap, but you know, what are you gonna do? I'd rather they made it so you could kind of stick and move and shoot at it from a distance while they had like a ranged attack or something. That seems like a more interesting fight than just, you know, you have to run up and take your lumps in melee. And there's really no tactics or anything to it because you have to run up to everyone and just fight it face to face. But you know, whatever. The swamp is really not a very difficult area once you've kind of gotten this down. And we are encountering more stoned humans, it would appear. And there's another one of these guys over here. And of course, if you're up on a high ground, they actually can't climb up after you, which is a little embarrassing for the AI. Not exactly its finest moment. Oh well, works for me.
I value freedom from this evil imprisonment. I shall not stop until this madness is destroyed.
Oh jeez, another chance for Connor to speechify.
I value freedom from this evil imprisonment.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
I trust these poor people will understand my need for their gold.
Yeah.
Excellent. These chainmail gloves will prove useful indeed.
I'm sure these people will understand my present need for their chainmail gloves. You know, could I have chopped down the boards in Daventry with this sword? Yeah.
I trust
well.
these poor people will understand my need for their gold.
I guess it's not really a big deal.
I trust these poor people will understand my need for their gold.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. And their hearing horn.
I bring with me a hearing horn.
I'm sure they won't need this. You know, come to think of it, I mean, we haven't received a melee upgrade since the very first area of the game. And big hint, we're not gonna get one in this area. I actually don't know when you get your next melee upgrade. It's weird because you burn through what, the dagger, the axe, and then the sword of the lake, all in the first area, and then you don't get any better weapons through the dimension of death and the swamp. I guess it kind of makes sense if you end up missing the sword, and then you can take the mace, the broadsword, and then a mace from skeletons. But it's kind of a weird setup where the best weapon you can get through 3 areas is from the very beginning. I don't know. So with the hearing horn, and this is where ordinarily you might wander around a bit and see why you need a hearing horn and stuff. But since I'm doing this kind of going directly to my goal, you kind of miss out on kind of the solving process, which is just how it's gonna go, because then I'm not gonna, you know, these run long enough already, right? So I'm not gonna go, like, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna find out how we need this item, and then we're gonna go all the way around to get that item, and then go all the way back. I kind of want to streamline this a little bit, but basically, if you want to know, the reason we need a hearing horn is because we need to learn a secret. And we need to learn a secret from persons who are not so interested in just giving them away. And you'll see why pretty soon. And yes, right now I am just kind of clearing out the map. I know, I'm obsessive. I should wait till I have poison immunity before I try to clear this area, because let's see. I need to go around this this mountain here. Or is it careful not to walk through poison. One big downside of the swamp is the fact that getting anywhere is just kind of a tedium because of how much wading you have to do. You can't run anywhere, not unless you kind of know exactly where to run, where to go. Let's see. I think. Ooh, I hear it. Do you hear it? It's a bit quiet. Ah, there it is. Hey, wait. Did you see it? Does it move? Hey, I didn't think they could move. Stop that. You stop that right now. No. Oh, that's terrible that they can move. I swear I never saw them move. Okay. Well, now I am deeply disturbed because I did not know. I thought they were stationary. I guess that explains why they managed to grab me. Alright. These things are... I have no idea what they are. I just decided to call them gossipers, because that kind of seems to be what they do. Are they sentient plants? Are they ghosts? Are they undead? We're never really given any explanation as to what these things are. Are they evil? Are they benign? They're just the solution to a puzzle. Well, here goes nothing.
A mask piece is in the witch's tower.
A mask piece is in the witch's tower? Oh, drat.
Way to go. That is totally not a forced reason for why he loses the item. Come on, that was sad. Now we have quite a ways north to go, which means that now we will be probably running into a ton more enemies. I have done pretty well not getting shot in the back of the head, as was quite commonplace before. I guess I'm just keeping up more of an eye. I've gotten more used to the ways of the swamp. Of course, I did still get grabbed by a swamp bubble, so I guess go me. Wait. Yeah. I guess I spoke too soon. Oh, and you can see why I named these guys goddamn bats. Any more? Jeez. Okay, come on. Let's go. We still have not found the least fun enemy in this game. You'll see why pretty soon. Come on. These things are freaking everywhere. They look so goofy when they run, too. Look at them. Alright, that kind of... filling out the map is, I guess, not all that important, but I have to resist the urge. And we'll be going up there soon enough. The teleport is actually at the top of that thing there. Oh, for... Yeah, I definitely spoke too soon. God, okay. So, this thing is the least fun enemy in the game. And why is that? Well, basically, they work like this. You run up to it, you hit it, you die, you take a bit of damage. And basically there's no finesse whatsoever to fighting these things. It's not even like the treants where you can kind of plan a strategy. You can't shoot at them from range. They take a negligible amount of effort to kill, and they take off a chunk of health. It's like almost like walking through a damage floor. You walk up, you take your damage. The one thing I've found is that there's a sweet spot where you can stand, where you can hit them, and they can't hit back. But that just makes it even more tedious. You gotta walk up real careful, like, you gotta hit them right, or else they'll just sap your health. And they don't take much effort to kill, there's no finesse, they don't give much experience, so it's not like you even feel rewarded for the tedium. Look at that tiny slipper. Look at that, just watch my experience bar. Wasn't that so worth it? And it's not fun to do, it's probably not fun to watch, so I might just end up skipping over a lot of them. I don't know. Because, I mean, like, what are they gonna do? They're stationary. But, I don't know. In the interests of... Look at that! They actually take off a pretty big chunk of damage. And it's like... Jeez. So, you know... whatever. Isn't this fun? There's nothing to it. I mean, you know, with enemies, you can kind of like move around, or like fight, you know, like the skeletons. There's kind of tactics. You kind of like move around and dodge, and you know, there's just nothing. There's no fun. There's like whatever. I still want the experience because there's a lot of them. The experience does add up. But it's just, I'm probably just gonna, I figure I might just, you know, do some off-screen weeding after I've completed this area. And it's about as fun as weeding. There's just nothing to it. Anyway, probably my least favorite enemy so far. But we're here.
Hello, small creatures. Who are you?
Swamp wisps, stranger.
Aye, we pollinate flowers, drink honeydew, annoy frogs, but of most import, we collect secrets.
'Tis our passion.
Where do you find such secrets?
All around. One just needs to know where to seek.
We do avoid the Witch's Cove, as she has been specially nasty since the dreadful Tempest.
Forsooth! And her poisonous water makes us so ill!
Tell me, good wisps, how can one protect himself against this poisonous water?
Tut! We know something which can guard against poisonous swamp water. In return for a nice, juicy secret.
What?
Yes, a secret. Bring us a delicious secret and we shall give you an antidote for the poisonous water.
Well, I shall try. Thank you, good wisps.
Have you ever noticed that the voice actor for Connor basically ignores most of the ellipsis in his dialogue? Come on, talk to it. Talk to it.
Hearken! I have discovered an incredible secret.
Oh, do tell, do tell! Aye!
Tell.
Tell!
Well, I have learned that the witch keeps a piece of the Mask of Eternity in her tower.
No! No! Bravo! Bravo! An astonishing secret. And now, good stranger, your reward.
Lo! Yon blossom!
A flower, good wisps.
Aye, sir. Eat this blossom. 'Twill protect you against the witch's poisonous water. Oh, I am so excited. Wait till Mudge hears.
Mudge? Who is Mudge?
Oh, the Swamp King, of course. You really must find him.
Oh,
Is there
Bottoms
any
up.
more you can tell me, good wisps?
Well,
Oh, I didn't know
we have
this.
a secret for you.
Yes, for you.
Find the golden ladle, stranger. It has powers to cleanse the poisonous water.
'Tis good advice. Thank you, small wisps.
Jeez, that was more useful information than what the tree said, and it was free. Yeah, anyway, bottoms up. The cutscenes of Connor performing actions just never get old. Alright, let's go. Maybe let's well cut down a couple more of these while I'm at it. I'm gonna at least try not to just run into any of them. It's like this enemy doesn't even seem all that threatening, because I mean the only reason to kill them is just for the experience points. They can't go after you. You know. The worst thing that could happen is that one of them like pops up in your face, but I mean that doesn't really oh god damn you. I see you. Alright. It's always nice getting the jump on them as opposed to the other way around. I swear. It's just... I know, I'm rambling. But it's just... They should have done something else with these enemies. I mean, this is like beta design. It's just, it's not fun. It's not entertaining at all. It's bad design. But anyway, we're now poison proof, which means that we are going to proceed straight on to the Witch's Tower. And we will pass go and collect $200 or something. Luckily, those plants only appear in that one area. So that, hiding among the plants I see. Unless you're fighting plants, you should just always have your bow out, because it's useful for any enemy that can come after you here. You can, if you've got the jump on them, you can pretty much gun down anything that attacks you in this area. Anyway, and there's gonna be one more treant to fight before we're done. I'm actually not sure if the witch is affected by ranged attacks, because I just ran up and hit her with a sword in my test run. But I should try it, because it'll probably take less fireballs to the face. Alright, keeping an eye out here. Keeping an eye out for goddamn bats. I'm going to do a circle around this guy and see if there aren't any mobile enemies nearby, so that they don't walk up and start chewing my face off while I'm fighting him. You just sit still there, I'll come and kill you in a minute. Alright, let's do this. Epic man versus tree battle. Go. It's been a while since I've saved, huh? I'm starting to get a little bit apprehensive about that. And I don't know why it does that. It kind of they have to get back up and then go through their own little death animation. Alright, let's do this.
Die, Toad!
Not me, witch. You.
Wait, why aren't you turning? That was weird. Screw this. This isn't working. You know what? I'm not really happy with how I performed here. That sucked. Okay, I'm not gonna bother with the bow and arrow this time. It's too hard to dodge shit. Why don't we make use of this, these special potions? 'Cause, I mean, I don't use these enough.
Die, Toad!
Not me, witch. You.
That's what I'm talking about. Whoa, he turns to iron. Cool. Okay. Recording, save. Confront a locked door. You just have to shoot this sandbag
Bullseye.
here. And I level up. I don't have to use that many healing items, so score. This place is kind of creepy. It's really kind of grisly and stuff.
Poor wretches. Ne'er a chance had they against the witch's wiles.
You know, I'm starting to think that they only had one skeleton texture, the one with eyeballs in it. I'm worried that these guys are gonna come to life and start coming after my soul. Ah, she killed a goblin. I guess she has minimal
Phew, what a
competence.
foul creature.
My children of darkness, I require thy service. A human male will infiltrate. I want his prompt death.
Sounds. A vision of my opponent. Now to find him.
My crash was in this castle, so I guess I should be prepared.
'Tis a book of recipes. What is this? Goblin tartar. Take a dead goblin, remove its black heart with a unicorn horn, chop it. Oh, no, thank you.
Let it be known that the game made that joke all by itself.
I carry a magnificent horn of a unicorn.
So yeah, we got the unicorn horn now. And now we have barrels to loot. Curious if the game will weren't there another one? Will crash in the exact same place. Because it's right around here that it crashed before. I'm gonna do us a save. Another one, just in case. I really don't know if there's any pattern to the crashing. I mean, I've only seen a few of them, and they seem to come just at random. So, I don't know if there's anything I can do about it, if... I really don't know. I'm really hoping that it just doesn't crash, but, you know, I'm not betting on it. Okay, so we're coming up on a bit here. You might have spotted it. This huge and completely obvious crushing trap right here. So I got kind of curious during my test run and decided to see what actually happens if you walk into this completely obvious trap. And, It's not really like graphic, like you don't see like anything horrible, but I can understand that you might not be enthusiastic about seeing this. So for those of you who are a bit squeamish, I'm gonna drop a link in the video description and maybe an annotation just to let you skip ahead. So, you know, if you don't want to see that, now would be the time to bail. Anyway, are you gone now? Okay, good. So this is what happens if Connor is stupid enough to walk onto the bloody spike hole location. Oops. And you die. I did save, right? Yeah. Okay then. And for those of you who decided to skip it, welcome back. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and activate the trap normally. I don't see any mechanism for reloading it. You'd think that, I don't know, I just think that even if you were afraid of people, like, coming into your place, I just think it would be, I would be disturbed by my own bloody traps. Come to think of it, why is the trap so bloody? I mean, like, how many people, like, broke into the witch's tower while she was still alive? Or did she just, like, let people sneak in and then walk into the completely obvious trap? I don't know, this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I feel like they just wanted to put this in here as an excuse for some kind of fatality or something, cause I mean, it's not really a puzzle. I don't know. On the other hand, it's not really gory either. I just don't get why this is here. I guess they just kind of felt like this place was a bit light on actual puzzles.
Ah, a chainmail suit. Some poor fellow's loss is my gain.
And they kind of unenthusiastically put in like, here, this is kind of a puzzle. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. So, we heard there was a mask piece in the witch's tower. And here it is.
'Tis here, another piece of the mask.
The mask piece. It belongs to my master.
Yeah, could have seen this coming.
Take it from me then, blackguard.
By the way, just in case you're curious, I did think of shooting this guy with an arrow. He's immune because they say so. Gotcha. Oh, now there's a fatality. Alrighty.
I bear a piece of the mask of eternity, the severed hand of an evil creature of darkness.
Don't know why he knows he needs this. Can we, I don't know, stack this? I guess I can't even reorder the items. Seems like we're taking up needless amounts of space by having each mask piece be separate. I mean, what, by the end of the game are we gonna have like 3/4 of the first page of the inventory taken up just by useless mask pieces? I mean, I know they're not useless in the context of the world, but well, I mean, we're not gonna do anything with them till like the very, very end. Did I miss anything here? Let's see, I looped around and got around the edge and I got all the healing items. I think we're good. I feel like I'm missing something. Speaking of missing something, I will try and remember that we need to, whatchamacallit, we need to go back to Daventry now that we have the, whatchamacallit, I'm forgetting words, you know? Forgetting words all over the place. We need to go back to Daventry to give the unicorn back its horn. And we also need to go back and visit the small girl that we rescued in the Dimension of Death. See, we're side questing all over the place, you know? So, in order to do that, we must head north to the big star up here. And once we have done that, we will, of course, get on with our main quest. In fact, it seems like there's a lot less to do here than in the Dimension of Death. I don't know. There's something about this level that feels more, I don't know, rushed than the Dimension of Death. I mean, the Dimension of Death was a pretty complex and... You motherfucker. Well, now I gotta kill it. The Dimension of Death was a pretty nuanced and complex, and, you know, the map was very highly detailed. And this area, it's a very straightforward place where basically you just have a hub and then a bunch of paths leading to dead ends with pieces of your quest. I mean, it's
No, a place to use my map. I can magically transport from here.
It's really seems kind of, you know, very simplistic. By the way, another thing I've noticed, a bunch of platforms have these, like, weird-shaped holes cut out of them. Why is that? I have never understood what they're there for. I was gonna suggest that, like, someone carved their initials into it or something, but, I mean, those don't look like initials. Anyway, we are going to go... Look at that. Compare the complexity of this versus this very simple-looking map. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting off track. We won't be long in Daventry. We just have a few things to do. You gotta love the little twisty animation when he comes out of the portal. Yep. Wasn't it so great being in Daventry? I love being back again with its dank, dark environment and the stench of death everywhere. Where am I going? No, we're going around to the... Really, Daventry has just such an oppressive atmosphere. Like, when you get so used to, like, you know, even the Dimension of Death is kind of more upbeat and lively than this, and you just come back here and you realize just how really dark and unhappy this place is. It's really kind of almost a little bit upsetting.
Kind beast, I have found your horn. I am pleased to return it to you.
No! I cannot believe it. Methought it gone forever.
Apparently horns just pop on and off like that. You gotta watch the facial animation on the unicorn now, it's great.
Sir Knight, I wish to thank thee for the return of my horn. As thou canst see, my true form hath been restored.
Its mouth moves like a muppet.
To show my gratitude, I present to thee this small crystal pyramid. It once sparkled clear and bright, but since the evil magic, it hath dimmed and darkened. I know not why. Perhaps thou canst seek the cause.
I am honored, noble beast. The mysterious darkening of yon crystal may be difficult to learn, but I am willing to try.
By the Lord of Sunshine, 'tis evident thou art the one chosen. Be well, and good speed.
Wait, what? What? Why did it like turned into a sphere and this? What the hell was that? I've seen that twice now, and I still don't get it. What? Why did it do that? Why couldn't it stay? Just, I don't know, to chat. Where did it go? Why can it teleport? Why can it teleport like that? I have so many questions. Anyway, so our reward. In return for fixing, or for solving the side quest, let me reward you with another side quest.
A small crystal pyramid dimmed by a mysterious darkness.
Thanks. I didn't want gold or a weapon or armor or anything. A crystal pyramid that I have to fix. Yeah, that's nice. It's like the unicorn is like, thank you for finding my horn. Let me give you my broken down car. Could you fix it for me? I mean, you look like a pretty good mechanic. I really have no idea what the pyramid is for. My memory of the game doesn't go that far ahead. So I'm probably gonna just look it up in the guide. More child acting. Am I tapping the microphone? I hope that isn't distracting.
Good. You are safe, young maid. By the way, what is your name?
Granny, good sir. I'm glad to be home, but something is wrong. Daventry is dark, and all the people are turned to stone. Even my parents.
A tragedy has occurred, Gwenny, but it can be overcome. That is my quest. Soon, Daventry and all of its inhabitants will be restored once again.
I believe in you, Sir Knight. Oh, I almost forgot. My father's gold. See there, on the table? Please take it. I know he would approve.
Thank you, Gwenny. I may need it.
At least we got someone's permission this time. As opposed to, I'm sure they'll understand my present need for their gold. So, I have a question. And this is kind of a big one when you really think about it.
Mr. Kavanaugh, I am sickened by your plight. I promise to do all I can to save you from further torment.
So, he knows that this man is named Mr. Kavanaugh. He can pull that up from memory, but he doesn't know the name of this man's daughter. He appears to have never met her. That's really weird. I mean, he lives in a town with all of these people that are like a 5-minute walk away from each other. Shouldn't he know all of them by name? I mean, it's got like a dozen people in it. You'd think that, you know, they'd all be familiar with each other. And is it just that, like, Connor just moved here and no one got around to telling him that the Kavanaughs have a daughter and that the tower in the middle of the lake has a wizard in it? I don't know. I mean, you'd think that Connor would know Gwenny really well. I mean, assuming he has lived here all his life, their age differences has to be something like 20 years at least. I mean, wouldn't he have been at her baby shower? You'd think. I mean, you'd think he would have known this girl all her life, living 5 minutes away from her for all this time. It just raises a lot of questions. I guess he can't have lived here all his life because, I mean, having like, you know, a dozen neighbors in, you know, a small town, it seems really implausible that he wouldn't have gotten to know all of these people really well. And, you know, at least know of the existence of the wizard. In fact, I find it hard to imagine any plausible reason why he wouldn't hear about the wizard as soon as he moved here, even if he did move here recently. But he seems to be pretty familiar with the people who live here, so I can't think of any plausible reason why he wouldn't know each of them by name. And that seems like it would make for us a lot more interesting if, you know, these characters knew each other. Did they not think that through? Like, he doesn't seem to be familiar with any of the characters he encounters who are alive. Like Gwenny's brother? I mean, Those two are probably pretty close to the same age. You'd think that they would have talked. What's his name? I don't know. Game never tells us. You'd think that given his tendency to speechify, he would talk. He would say something about the neighbor he's known for so long. You know, gone to the fair when they were children. Both talked about becoming knights. I don't know. I'm just thinking about the backstory of these characters, which you'd think would be really rich and, you know, deep, considering that they've all lived in this small town. It's, I don't know. I'm probably rambling at this point, but it just seems strange. So, you know, this one looks like someone might have left their initials. It's an L or a J. No, wait, J's probably, do they go the other way? Shut up, I know letters. Okay, so why do we need a severed hand?
What is this? 'Tis shaped like a hand, but a hand much larger than my own.
And there you go, that's why. I always get paranoid that it didn't actually record.
'Tis
I'm talking to
astounding.
nobody.
It worked.
But I'm sure that didn't happen. I haven't actually once had a time where I
A weapon
failed to
will not help me
record.
here.
But I'm sure it'll happen someday. Fraps needs like some kind of indicator that only I can see. I could use the FPS marker, but I don't want that to show up in my videos. I don't know. Some kind of, So I really don't know. Basically, you have to step on a certain path of blocks in here. And I don't really know what the pattern is. I just found it by random. I probably should have used the guide. Ow. Those fireballs really don't do that much damage. Heh. I think I'm just gonna reload till I get this right. I vaguely remember it. I'm sure you're going to enjoy watching me walk through this over and over again. It's this. 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 I could have sworn it was this. And, this? No. By the way, for those of you curious to know, this is the original spot where I lost my original save file. You see, I burned to death on one of these platforms, and I went to click load in the middle of the death animation, and I instead clicked save instead. And we go backwards, and then we go here. Here. You know what? What the heck? Why don't I show you that iconic death animation that ate my save? It would be really funny if I screwed that up here. Now that actually is kind of graphic. Should I put a warning here? And yeah, if you've noticed, I am now letting the death animations play out. I guess I'm a more patient person than I was when I was like 10, but I don't feel any need to immediately load. Although again, I see no sane reason why they would ever let you save in the middle of a death animation. That just seems like an accident waiting to happen. And it did. It did happen. Awkward camera time. We will force you into melee with these guys, one way or another. And yeah, I know treasure chest, but whatever. And the traps turn off once we leave, so we don't have to go through the complicated path again.
I possess a golden ladle. A weapon will not help me here.
Yeah. Still don't know how you know that. But whatever. In any case, I think that we're all squared away here. And we are pretty much ready to solve the final puzzle, I guess. And get out. It goes by a lot quicker than the dimension of death, doesn't it? I wonder what our running time is here. Probably pretty quick. The swamp is a pretty breezy level compared to the dimension of death and its endless mazes. And climb down. You know, we haven't run into any graphical bugs in this area. Funny thing. I wonder why. Maybe it's just limited to a couple areas. That's kind of cool. I'm glad we're not running into that, because, you know, it does kind of suck to run into weirdness like that. Do you hear something? Or is that just the soundtrack? I don't know about you, but I feel like pulling out my bow and arrow. I do kind of feel like killing a bat. What? Come on. Don't be weird. Something weird is going on with the camera. Hey! I got it! Alright, come on. We don't have all day, Connor. Okay, so what do we do with the golden ladle? We need to use it to purify the poison. And in order to do that, we can't just do it any old poisoned place. We're not doing it one pool at a time, thank God. We have to go to the source. The source of the evil. Which is, of course, the Witch's Tower. You know, it's kind of weird how you can really obviously see where the edges of the textures are. You know, that's a fixable problem. It really is, guys. This is really lazy. Anyway, yeah, gross. This place just oozes unpleasantness. Let's get out of here and be done with it. And here we are, source of the poison. Gross.
'Tis a wondrous magic.
Wait, you saw that, right? It turned back to poison. It didn't.
Greetings, champion eternal.
Oh, this is
Who
fantastic.
are you, sir? Snail?
I am King Mudge. This swamp is my realm, and all here are my subjects. I understand you slew the vile witch.
Aye, I did, sire.
How wonderful. I couldn't tolerate that old biddy, especially after she poisoned our lovely swamp. But now, because of you, our water is pure once more. I wish to express my supreme gratitude, Sir Champion.
I humbly accept your appreciation, sire. But pray, can you give me counsel on...
Stay. We must quickly devise your exit. Now, champion, behold, the portal to the underground realm of the gnomes.
I like the snail. He's my favorite character
Wait.
so far.
Where are you going?
He has 10 times the personality Connor does. Hold on. This Seems like a good time to save. By the way, said Champion, you can breathe underwater, right? Oh? Oh well. That looked like it was fun.
This must be the realm of the gnomes.
I hope you aren't claustrophobic. Like me. Well, looks like we're done with the swamp. So, I will see you all next time in the realm of the gnomes.